Yes, yes.
So O-level for...
O-level was science. So
science,
physics,
okay.
chemistry, biology, maths, additional maths, English, geography, and then Latin.
You did Latin?
Yes, I did.
Wow. What was it compulsory back then?
No, not at all, not at all.
So it was something you chose to do?
Yes, yes, I chose to do. I could have chosen to do French, something else.
How fluent is your Latin?
No, you don't speak it. We never spoke it.
You never spoke it?
You never speak Latin.
Okay.
There's a prose part where you read it like literature.
Okay.
And you're able to translate. They ask you questions in Latin and you respond.
Okay, so it was a bit superficial. It wasn't like so deep.
But what Latin did was to take you to English.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay.
Other languages. Okay. So because it was a basis for a lot of languages, so all the most words come from there. So even if you hadn't heard a word before, and you could fix it. And the stories we use in the prose, etc., were stories about ancient places and stories, which gave you philosophy.
Wow. So after 7 years of O-level, A-level, which field did you venture into?
Okay, so I have been Ghana based.
Okay.
So it was UST, University of Science and Technology.
Oh, in Kumasi?
Yes.
Okay.
Kwame Nkrumah University of Science. It just used to be UST or Tech. So I read biochemistry.
Biochemistry.
Yes. So I started with science. Yes.
And my name is Vincent Kwesi
Parker. That's nice. You also did 7 years.
No. I actually came to St. Augustine's in Form 2.
In Form 2. So you joined
the group, and then after Form 5, I vanished.
You vanished.
Nobody saw me until after 45 years.
So where were you? Where were you for all those?
I was
years?
all over the world.
Wow.
But basically, I pursued a degree in international development. In the U.S. And ultimately worked with a number of non-governmental organizations in the U.S. And finally joined the UN, the United Nations, for another 28 years.
For another 28 years?
Working all over the world before I finally retired almost 4 years ago.
Wow. That's nice. That's nice. So how were you? You didn't have any. You couldn't make, or you didn't make any contact with your colleagues whatsoever during that 45, 46 year span.
I was in touch with very briefly with Jojo Entia, who just walked in.
Okay, Jojo will introduce himself very soon.
Jojo Entia walked in. I was in touch with him very briefly.
Okay.
And then there was another senior by name Peter Ahin.
Okay.
And the reason why I was in touch with those two essentially was because when I was at St. Augustine's, I was a member of the Scripture Union.
Okay.
And they were very key, very central in the Scripture Union.
Wow.
So those were some of the two names that I remembered. And because I remembered those names, I was able to connect with them very briefly.
Wow.
But once I came back to Ghana after about 45, 46 years of not seeing each other, I had what do you call it, a neighborhood association meeting.
Okay.
And when I went to the meeting, there was an older student from St. Augustine's who lived in the community. So I asked him if he knew any of my classmates.
From 75?
Yes.
But why didn't you go to the school to check?
Well, I had just come back
Okay.
from retiring from work after working for closely 40 years.
Yeah.
And I was desperately looking for people. So he connected me with Jojo Entia, and then through Jojo Entia, I was able to connect with all the rest of the team.
Wow. And how was it like, after 40 years, meeting your friends, your colleagues?
Incredible.
It was incredible.
It was just momentous. And for me, it's been a time of celebrating each life.
Wow.
Every single one of these very wonderful individuals.
Wow. Are you listening? You need to be listening to this. So it doesn't get better. It doesn't get better. This is the School Connect. Every Saturday, 9 to 11, Max TV, Max FM 89.7. And if you're watching on TV, just scan the QR code and follow the conversation. It's St. Augustine's College, 1975 year group. 75. Hey! All right, let me move to the next gentleman. Your gentleman. Yeah. Okay, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you all doing?
We're all fine, and it's a pleasure to have you in our studios.
Nice to be here.
And please, a name.
My name is Eric Julio Miguel Bill Tamaklo.
Eric Julio Miguel
Bill Tamaklo.
Bill Tamaklo.
Yes.
Julio, are you of Spanish descent?
I am not a Spanish descent, but I come from a family that is attached to Latino issues. You know, with a Roman Catholic background.
Okay.
I come from a dyed-in-the-wool Roman Catholic.
Oh.
Like my brother Chrissy said, I was also nurturing the ambition to become a Roman Catholic priest as well.
Okay, you had that dream.
I had that dream. I was a mass server as well. My reason of choosing St. Augustine College was that my grandpa was a founding father of the school.
Okay. Founding father
of St. Augustine College.
What's his name?
St. Agbeku.
Oh.
St. Agbeku.
Agbeku.
Then my uncles also were in St. Augustine College. 4 of my uncles, my elder brother, my cousins were all in St. Augustine College. So the dream was there. I had made up my mind that St. Augustine College is where I'll be. I was in Kumasi with my father, very strict and a stern man.
Wow.
He said he sees me to be an adventurous young man.
Okay.
So he didn't let me leave Kumasi. I had to go to Okuwari.
Oh, that was the choice he made for you.
That was the choice the old man made for me. But he rightfully said it. Adventurous as I was, I changed and went to St. Augustine.
How did you do that? No, did you do it with or without his consent?
St. Augustine College, I met one of our former headmasters, Mr. Comey. Mr. Thomas Comey.
Okay.
Fortunately for me, he was also come to St. Augustine College around the same time.
Okay.
That we were to enter Form 1.
1970?
Yes.
Okay.
So I approached him, I discussed with him, so he was able to help me to
move,
change to St. Augustine College instead of Okukuwa.
But what was that reaction?
He wasn't happy at all. I was punished.
You were punished?
I was punished.
What was the punishment?
Lashes.
Really?
Inside my butt, yes.
Wow. You were punished?
Before I entered St. Augustine College. So whenever there was a move with some of other adventurous colleagues, I was very, very careful. I moved alone. So I was known as the Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger? Wow, that's an interesting story.
Yeah. So that was the warning given to me by my old man. So since then I was very, very careful. Now, I was moving to town all right. But wait, meeting them at bases.
Really?
Yeah, at the corners we were meeting.
You were meeting?
But I move alone, I come back alone.
Wow, the Lone Ranger.
Yes. So I'll confess to my colleagues here today. I've been caught on several occasions. But how I was bailed by this my godfather. I came from Opokuwari, St. Augustine College.
Wow.
Mr. Comey. That my colleagues has a name of calling him which I didn't like at all.
What was the name?
I won't.
You won't? What?
Please, the name is Atala.
Atala. But you never liked that name.
Really like.
No, I can. Maybe behind the scenes, but not openly.
Okay.
Not openly.
Okay. So what was that doing about your education? Now that he got angry, did he fund you to go to school after the punishment and everything? Did he later make peace?
Okay, afterwards, he saw that was where I want to be. I belong to St. Augustine College. From the family history, family background.
Sure.
So he let it go, you know. He sat with my grandpa, we spoke, and he just forgot about it.
You buried the hatchet.
Because he threatened he wasn't going to pay my school fees.
I knew that would come.
He threatened he wasn't going to pay my school fees, but I wasn't bothered because my maternal side
They were okay
They were ready
to. But no regret, jumping ships, Opokwai to St. Augustine's. You don't have any regret at all.
I'm most privileged, and I always thank God to be at St. Augustine College.
Wow.
We were like a big family, We were brothers from maybe different parents or something. That was how we were. And the bond is still there. As you see,
I can see, yeah.
Brother Chrissy said,
yeah,
it's still there.
So did you become a priest?
I couldn't become it.
Oh, so you failed at becoming a priest. You couldn't become a priest.
The old man didn't encourage it. Likewise, my big sister who was at St. Mary's was also in the convent.
Okay.
The old man went to withdraw her from
what?
the
Why? He just didn't want that to happen. But you also don't have regrets for that, or you do sometimes feel like you could have become a priest.
Not too much.
Wow. Okay.
I'm known among my colleagues as Count Costello.
Hey, Charlie. So you alone, you are a lone ranger, and you are
Count Costello.
Count Costello.
Count
Costello. The Count Costello. Wow. Where from that name?
I got that name from seniors at school. Some of my seniors. We used to have this cinema, entertainment and cinema on Saturdays.
Okay.
There was one film, Death in the Red Jaguar.
Do you remember these images? Do you have... Does it bring back any memories? If you are watching on TV, there are some images flashing across.
I'm in there.
You are in there?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there sitting.
Where are you seated?
Sitting left. Sitting second from left.
Second from, so that's you with the dark shade.
With the hair bow.
We're in the dark shade.
Yes.
Right. Count Costello. Wow.
So from St. Augustine College, I left. We did 5 years.
Okay. So you didn't come back for A level?
I did come back to St. Augustine. I went to Furabe, Furabe, Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I was in Furabe, but certain unforeseen circumstances, I had to come back home and found myself at Mascom.
Okay.
Mascom. I went into journalism. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Wow.
And a documentarian. I'm also into television production.
That's nice. Eric Julio Miguel Tamaklu. That's the name. Count Costello. You're a legend of St. Augustine's. All right, so it's still a roll call. We're not even done with the roll call. This is just the roll call. Let me move to the next gentleman. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Better late than never.
For a reason.
For a reason. The name?
My name is Jojo Ensia.
Jojo
Ensia.
Ensia.
When I went to St. Augustine's, I was known as Joseph Kojo Ensia.
Joseph Kojo Ensia. So Jojo Joseph Kojo. Okay.
At home I was called Uncle Jojo. My mom called us, and that name was easier to remember.
Sure.
And I dropped the Joseph.
Why?
I decided to. I thought, well, Joseph and Kojo, when you got preached, you get Jojo.
Okay. So you morphed both names into.
And it fitted because I was born on Monday, so.
Oh, yeah, Monday born.
So and then I went to Canada and I found out that Jojo is not just carried by boys, but by women.
Oh.
It's not happy at all.
Wow. Wow. So you also did O-level, A-level at St. Augustine's?
I did. I went to Form 1 with these gentlemen here.
Okay.
And as you can see, all of them don't have hair.
So you were the hairiest among them?
I looked, my father didn't lose any hair, so I had hope. I had hope that I was going to keep my full hair.
Definitely.
Yeah, I did. I was raised in Kumasi,
Okay.
just like he was. I went to a Catholic school, St.
Okay.
Paul's, LA, Roman Catholic school in Amakum. And that's where all my siblings, most of them have gone to.
Okay.
My oldest brother, who is now deceased, he was the first one to go to St. Augustine's. So he was in the class of 1958.
58?
Yes.
Some, how many years? 17, 18 years before you graduated?
Right.
Wow.
And then I was the next one. Actually, the one ahead of me was going to be the next one, but at the time, the headmaster of the school encouraged him because of his strong mathematical background to go to GSTS because he was more inclined to do engineering. So he did. Then I came along and I went to St. Augustine's. And then the last one in our family also went to so in my family, immediate family, 3 of us went to St.
Out of 4? 3 out of 4?
3 out of 7.
3 out of 7 went to St. Augustine's.
Right.
Wow. Wow. But which course did you do over there?
In St. Augustine's?
Yes.
I did science.
You did science. So after school, you still did pursued science?
I went and did engineering
Okay.
in KNUST.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked for some time. First in Ghana
Okay.
with Asafwachi and Partners. Now it's called ABMP.
Okay.
Mr. Asafwachi was an old boy of the school,
Oh.
structural engineer. And at the time, Asafwachi and Partners was the foremost Ghanaian consulting firm. I had the privilege of going to work with a British company, London, in 1980. And so when I finished school for my service, I was there and stayed a year. And then after that, by some fortuity, I ended up in Liberia.
Oh.
Initially as a visit, but that was the time of the
Yeah.
Ghana must go. Okay. So when I was ready to come back to work, the airline stopped flying
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
to Monrovia. Well, it was to my advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because during that period, the U.S. military had given a contract to do some engineering work for the Liberian army camp, and they were looking for an engineer.
Okay.
So by some work of God, I landed that post.
Wow.
And it was going to be for a short contract. Okay. So I told my people here, hey, let me go for that time, and then when I'm finished, and at that time, like I said, the Ghana Must Go was going on in Nigeria. Okay. But just when that contract was ending, then the company asked if I could stay on because there was another job, this time with the LU, Liberia University, in a new campus called Fendel. So I wrote to my company. Everybody I wrote to in Ghana said, hey, if you have something, don't come back. Because this was 1983.
Ooh.
Remember,
Yeah.
it was the year of
Yeah.
the severe economic crisis. So for that reason, I stayed on. And staying on became, in the end, a 7-year stay in Liberia.
Okay.
During which there was another engineer who was senior to me at KNUST, and we formed a company and started working there. Then my wife, who had joined us after graduating from Ghana Medical School, Kolebu, some doors opened for her to go and do graduate work in Canada. And at the time, we thought, oh, well, she would just go, finish, come back. And we had 2 kids, 2 girls at the time. But after a few months to almost a year, we realized that it was too much on me in terms of caring for them. So we decided that, well, we'll move to Canada. And after her program, we'll come back. Okay. And really, both of us were never interested in staying abroad.
Okay.
But again, as fortuity will have it, after all our up and down, finally got a visa to go to Canada. We left at the end of April in 1990, and 6 weeks to the date all the airlines stopped flying out of
Again?
Nigeria.
Wow.
At that time, Chastel had entered the capital and the war had become.
Wow.
So that's what started our odyssey in North America. So I was there, went to graduate school, worked for some time there, and then again my wife made a move to do her residency in the U.S.
Wow.
And that brought us to the U.S. So I worked for a number of engineering companies there. In Canada, I was what they call a PH, which is a professional engineer. That's the designation.
Okay.
Once you can. And in the U.S., I also became a P. In fact, I would say that in Florida, I was one of the few black P's in the state
At that time?
at the time. And just assessment to get that designation was a challenge of its own.
Wow.
Because they required as far back as my sixth form syllabus.
Whoa. And how did you get that to them?
Oh, that's interesting. There was a guy who was a year behind me in school, and he had gone through the same process.
Okay.
Somehow he had managed to get hold of that syllabus.
Wow.
And so when we moved there, he said, "Hey, you might need this," and it did come in handy. But I had to write the exams again, like somebody who had come out of university.
Yeah.
So I had to write that what we call we have a name for that exam, and then after that, based on my experience, then I had to write a PE exam.
Okay.
And then become the PE.
That's
what happened.
That's profound.
So yeah, we've been in Florida now for about 23 years. 23 years.
Wow.
But now we are straddling the fence between here and Florida.
Jojo Ensua.
Right.
That's the name. Right. So that brings us
I'm
to
just hoping that none of them would have ratted any news to you before I come.
I doubt. So that's 52 minutes past the hour. It's still the School Connect, and it's still the roll call. See, I've had numerous schools here. You know, I've sat here in this seat, but trust me, I've never had such a lengthy roll call, honestly, because the stories you would want to listen and listen and listen and listen. Let me have my final gentleman, then we can move on to other matters. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, I love the energy with which you entered with, and everyone was like, there was a name that was mentioned. I've just forgotten the name. But can you help us with your name?
My full name is Henry Parkwesi Holbrook Smith.
Holbrook Smith.
Yes.
Fantina.
Yeah, Fatty. My mommy and Crane.
Oh, okay. Iwo yoga.
Yoga.
Oh, yoga.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I entered St. Augustine's with these fine gentlemen in 1970. There's also a story about my entry. I sat the common entrance and chose St. Augustine's as first choice, and Achimota School as my second. It was totally unheard of. Because they were both first choice.
Those schools. Oh.
So what happened was my father had been a product of both schools. So he was like, "Are you really sure you want to go to Cape Coast, not stay here in Accra with us?" I said, "No, I'm going to Cape Coast." Lo and behold, the headmaster of Achimota School asked that I come for an interview. So I went and he interviewed me, and after the interview offered me a place in Achimota. And I said, "No, I declined."
Why?
I want to go to Senegal. And he couldn't believe it. He was like, people actually come and beg me to come to Achimota School. And here you are
declining
a place, you're declining. I said, Well, I want to go to St. Augustine's.
Had they called you then?
Yes.
They had called you.
Yeah.
So why did you go for the interview at Achimota when he knew you?
Because the headmaster of Achimota Secondary School, I think it was Mr. Renner, insisted that he wanted to see this boy.
Wow.
Who had the audacity
Wow. to turn down Achimota.
Achimota second choice. So I ended up going to the interview. And when I declined, I went to St. Augustine's. I was there for the 5 years with my colleagues, as you see. And a day after I finished my O-levels, I was out of the country.
Wow.
I went straight to London because my parents were there. My father was in the foreign service. So he was at the embassy, and I joined them. I subsequently went to do my A-levels in boarding school in England.
Okay.
And from there, I went to University of London to read law. After a year, I also thought, well, I don't really want to be a lawyer. So I wanted to switch. And again, my father who had a legal background, but never practiced law because he ended up being a diplomat, was insisting as to why I wouldn't pursue a career in law. So my only answer to him at that time was that I didn't want to wear a wig.
Oh, wow.
So with that, there was not much you could say afterwards, and I switched over and did economics. So after doing economics, I did my master's in development economics. I finished, and Ghana was in a really bad shape. As far as we're concerned, we're going through the hard times.
Yeah.
So I ended up staying a bit longer than I expected to. I ended up working in the financial sector. Worked for a merchant bank called Shoulder Wag. I worked for 5 years, and then during that time, I was also pursuing a business in promoting music. So I found that I had a passion for that and didn't really enjoy my career job very much. So one day I decided to make the choice between that and also trying to pursue my passion. So I resigned.
Wow.
I resigned my job at the merchant bank and decided, well, all along through university, I'd been like the entertainment secretary.
Oh.
So I was involved in organizing events and so on. So it wasn't anything strange. However, when I started and my parents again got to know that this is what I had done, my mother said in desperation that I'd committed career suicide. So anyway, I worked promoting up and coming musicians.
Wow.
And ended up working with one of the big tour agencies in Europe called the Music Circuit. In the music circuit, I told about just about everybody you can think of.
Wow.
Especially from Africa, Anthony Kijo, Osipisa, Magnum.
So you met all these people, you worked with them?
Yeah. And a whole host of musicians. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I came back to Ghana on the behest of Panafest. Panafest 94 needed some content, so I was approached to organize a contingent of musicians to participate. So I ended up traveling through the US, the Caribbean, and Europe, and finally put together a contingent of musicians.
Wow.
At the time, I think Osibisa, Nesting Roots, Culture, PLZ, which involved Rajorok, well, anyway.
We'd have to go for a quick break because I'm really loving the story, and just like everyone else, I really enjoyed. It looks like you're all journeymen, right, from St. Augustine's. I think most of you are journeymen. You've toured the whole world, and it's really
it's interesting that, and Henry, right from when we went to Form 1, of course, coming from the background that I did. Not exposed to the Dadaba. Henry on Saturdays will bring records. I don't know if you remember. I mean, it was through Henry I got to know about Jimi Hendrix.
We'll get to that in a bit. Wow. St. Augustine's College. Yeah, it's the 1975 year group. And see, the roll call has taken most of the time. We've not even spoken about anything, not even the history of the school yet. Tells you the kind of gentleman we have here today. It's now time to head for a break. We'll be back shortly. My gentlemen are still seated here. They don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Shut the target! Oh my word! What's the Sputnik? Through the middle. Opportunity for the Fabians. They are back in it.
Asante, Mr. Asante, what you want to do?
Football is back and the nation is ready. From the streets of Accra to the parks of Kumasi to every corner where passion beats louder than 1,000 drums. The Ghana Premier League returns. The rivalries, the passion, the drama, every tackle, every goal, every last minute moment that reminds us that this is our game. The stars are ready. The teams are ready. The fans are roaring. This season, we rise together. This season, we play for glory. This season, the Ghana Premier League is back. Live on Max TV and Max FM 89.7.
This is our home. Let's cherish our home. Ghana Premier League is back.
Welcome to Max by.
Hey Jerry, this is your phone. Who's here for pay for cramp pill? What is this?
Babe, relax. Today is the day I turn water into wine. We're in the promised land. Max Buy is here to save us, okay?
You're welcome to Max Buy, Ghana's #1 electronic retail store. How may I help you?
You know, my queen deserves the best. Show me your top gadget here.
At Max Buy, we've got it all. Mobile phones, smart TVs, air conditioners, kettles, microwaves, blenders, and more.
Babe, imagine our anniversary selfies with this Techno Camon 30S. Everybody would think that we are Ghana's Jay-Z and Beyonce. Our couple, papa.
With over 40 shops nationwide.
Call us on 054-401-9552.
Flexible payment plan, online shopping, and home delivery.
One day, Anna, Max Buy per se, yes, bebre. Misa how? Max Buy at the bundle offers a casio being take ebro. Buy 2 for less. Benabeto TCO washing machines and a kettle for only 5,530 Ghana cedis. Na save a cool 300 Ghana cedis. But to Infinix Smart TV and a smartwatch, 3,000 Ghana cedis per. A Facema Sanka Techno Common 40 Pro and a smartwatch for only 3,170 cedis. Na see a 250 amunumuwa. Come Max Buy showroom or memo baby and I shop it online at www.maxbuy.com.gh. Frame 054-401-9552. Nebisa bundle promo no na jiweni kra. Max Buy, quality you trust, prices you love.
Wataguan, me conscious brethren. Your favorite roots rock reggae tunes with inspirational vibes. Reggae Max on Max 89.7 with DJ NY comes your way every week, Mondays to Fridays, 12 noon on Max 89.7 FM. Reggae Max, feel the natural mystic flow in the airwaves right into your VAs. Warat!
Nobody can stop reggae. Nobody can stop reggae. Nobody can stop reggae. 'Cause reggae is
We are the number one.
The 15th Gold Bond RTP Awards 2025 is here. The prestigious awards is slated for Saturday, 7th February 2026 at the Accra International Conference Center. Red carpet starts at 6 p.m. The event will also award the top 10 most performed public company CEOs of 2025, with lots of artists performing on the night. The 15th Gold Bond RTP Awards is powered by Big Events Ghana and sponsored by Gold Bond, Visa King, RTP Media Training Institute, RTP Skills Development Institute, RTP Mall, AgriFed Ghana, CocoFed, Me Fashion, Coco Trade Ghana, Ride Along, A to Z Auto Services, and Special Ice Mineral Water. For Max Drive to win the Best Radio Late Afternoon Program of the Year award, dial star 920 star 111 hash and enter nominee code 340 to vote.
6 minutes past the hour 10. You're live on Max 89.7 and then also Max TV. We're also streaming live on YouTube, and it is this week's edition of the School Connect, the biggest school show on TV and on radio. And it's always a pleasure to come your way. And today, our visitors is the St. Augustine's College. So if you're watching, I've not even announced my WhatsApp lines yet. And I know once we get to the final 10 minutes of the show and I open the phone lines, I know it will jam because I'm enjoying the stories, very, very profound stories from each and every one of you. So you can also join the conversation. 0506-367-196, 0506-367-196 is our WhatsApp line. And I have 6 gentlemen here from the 1975 year group of St. Augustine's College. Dr. Jacob Enu Ansah, Dr. Timothy Ekostil Dadzi is here with me, Vincent Kwesi Parker, Henry Holbrook Smith, there's Eric Julio Miguel Tamaklo, and then also Jojo Ensua. Beautiful names, nice personalities, and welcome again. Yeah. Obviously, of course, could never pass a monk. If you choose school here, acquire the bone 6 slashes. So it's the most awkward story I've ever heard. 6 slashes, your water 6 slashes. Alright, so we are live on YouTube as well. We are streaming live over there. And we are done with our Roko. We just have to truncate it because our time, we had a whole day so to have this discussion. But that's the time we take a look at the history of St. Augustine's College. You know, the history actually stands for a lot. But what's the motto? St. Augustine's College?
Omnia Vincit Labor.
Come again?
Omnia Vincit Labor.
Omnia Vincit Labor. I think we have a Latin student with us. Where's my Latin student?
Yeah, 2 of us.
Okay, you also did Latin. Just you did Latin.
Yes.
Okay, so what's the meaning? What's the meaning of the motto?
Omnia means all.
All.
Vincit means conquer.
Conquer.
That's why you get victorious. And labor. So labor conquers all, or perseverance conquers all.
Literally, perseverance conquers all. Wow. But let's talk a bit about school in the 70s. You know, entering school in 1970. How was it like? I know the population wouldn't be as, enormous as it is now. But how was it like, with school? Yeah. Let me come to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Certainly smaller. We were from 1 to upper 6. Okay. and from Form 1 to Form 5 to be like 3 classes. And in upper 6, lower 6 will be arts and science for upper 6. Altogether, we're just about 600.
600?
Yes.
In 75?
Yes.
You were 600?
Yes.
Not our class.
Okay, the entire school.
The whole school. Our class will be about 100, 210, 120.
So you saw each other often, like almost every day. You were,
yeah.
But how's the relationship like? You know, how's the relationship like? Yeah, I know Count Costello is here. You know, how's the relationship? How are you guys, mingling? Or the ties became even tighter after school?
In school and out of school.
Okay.
And that's why today you see us here.
Sure.
I was just saying to myself, is a relationship we built over either 5 years or 7 years or even 2 years, those who came to sixth form with us. But those relationships had endured. We become endeared to each other. We become endeared to each other all the more. I think that's basically it. That the relationships have been, we come from different backgrounds. And gone to different places all over the world. One of our classmates is an ophthalmologist in St. Vincent's Island, close to Argentina.
Wow.
We spread all over, and we do keep in touch. Not everyone, but we do keep in touch.
Yeah, I think I need to credit you guys, all of you. You look very young for students who completed school 50 years ago. Honestly, because you all look young. You had wanted to say something.
I was just gonna add that we all came from like all parts of the country.
Okay.
And then getting to know each other from the different backgrounds helped strengthen that bond. For example, I came from Tamale, from Sakasaka. That's where I went to elementary school.
Wow.
And then I came and met these guys from Accra. And
the DBs,
the bars and those kinds of things. And you heard from Christ the King, from all those private
you are coming from Sakasaka.
And I'm coming from Sakasaka. So I thought it was very interesting in the way we were able to bond and get to like each other and form groups. We had small groups all over. We had the Django's, we had like what?
And what was it about? What was it about? What were these groups about?
Oh, the groups were mostly about those who like to go to Holy Child on Sunday.
Oh, okay. So which group were you part of?
We are the database usually went to Holy Child.
Holy Child.
The locals.
With the Ijaba, make sure that we listen to our parents. My father called and said, "Hey, could you school there? What's your name?" Tuna and zip. Because I hadn't seen the sea before. I lived in Kumasi all my life.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't seen the sea before, and my brother had described it, but it was until I got to Augustine's.
You were curious, eh?
And then, but I also stayed the course. I didn't go.
You did?
I made sure I walked on the other side of the road.
Yeah, I want to say that the way the school was structured and organized out, of course, the way our houses were located and the way classes went. See, Brother Chester would come in first, the name of the father, the son. There were ways of keeping us together.
Okay.
Bonding either through prayers or sports, cultural activities. They allowed societies to thrive. So Scripture Union was there, YCS was there, this was there. So there was always we are school band. We are school band, you have afternoon jams, everything, ladies will come. So it bonded us.
Okay.
It bonded us. You had something to do. We had competitions in the houses as to who made his bed well and which dormitories were good. The landscaping, flowers, there will be competition. So this house was first, etc., etc. So there were things that you bond this way or that way with somebody because you have something to do with government.
How many houses did you have in the 70s when you went to school? How many houses?
Eight houses. 8 houses. We had St. Stephen's. We had 8 houses then. St. Stephen's on top of St. Patrick's.
Okay.
So St. Stephen's, St. Patrick's,
was one
St. George's, St. Luke's.
Okay.
St. Teresa's, the only house named after a female saint.
That's the only house out of the 8.
Out of the 8 stands on her own. on the
Johnson.
quadrant.
Central part of the
Then we
school.
had St. Peter's, St. Joseph's, and St. John's. St. Peter's, St. Joseph's, St. John's.
So those were the 8 houses you had then.
Yes. But St. Stephen's on top of St. Patrick's.
Yep.
Then
Kelly.
St. George's, Kelly House. Sorry, Kelly House is the only house for 6 formers.
That's the only house for 6
no-go area, danger zone.
Did you ever venture?
Oh, at times you misbehave, you are taking the.
And what was it like?
You come out, you straighten up.
Wow.
Kelly House.
But
Kelly House.
But in the 70s, I could only imagine, the rigorous form of discipline back then. How was it like? What was the experience like? Entering Form 1, with all the disciplinary measures, your seniors, 5 years ahead of you. How was it like in Form 1?
Even your senior, your immediate senior in Form 2, he dare not misbehave when he was around.
Wow.
Your immediate senior in Form 2, you dare not misbehave when he was around. Coming to talk about those in higher forms, getting to your dormitory monitor and your prefect and all these things. So they are the helm of affairs before you even get to our masters, house master, senior house master and all this. So the discipline was really high. It was very, very high.
The interesting thing is that around that time, there was very few disciplinary issues amongst us.
Whoa.
Yeah, the biggest issue usually was like folks who would run to town without exit.
You were one of them.
Without exit.
You were one.
You get
No, I see the memories are coming back. So some of you did. I know almost all of you did it.
Well,
the priest never did it.
So some of us stay the course.
Okay.
But yeah, and then you look beyond just our immediate class.
Okay.
To those who were ahead of us. I mean, today we talk about Dr. Park Simdu, who was our senior.
He was your senior?
Yes, he was our senior 5 years, right?
Yeah.
When we went to Form 1,
he was in Form 5.
Well, he had gone to the US.
Yes.
That was when he went on the.
But his year group was in Form 5.
Right, his year group was in Form 5.
Okay. So which year did he graduate?
Him?
Yeah.
So he would have done
71.
71.
This is 71 year.
Okay.
I mean, Totobi Kwachi, Honorable Totobi Kwachi was in Form 5 also when we, the ambassador, Ghana ambassador to the US now, Honorable Victor Smith, was in Form 3 when we were in Form 1.
Okay.
In fact, he and Henry are cousins. Okay.
Oh, really?
Right. There are many more people. Amikal Cabra, me here.
Yeah.
He was one time the ambassador to Sierra Leone, and also, well, yeah, the Buckner Brothers, and ourselves.
I want to go back to the discipline. You wanted to know about
a bit of that.
See, incidentally, 3 of us from here were prefects.
You were
house
prefect?
house prefect, senior prefect.
Were you one?
Yes, I was a house prefect.
You were a house
prefect. House prefect.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Yes. That's for 6th form. And I know that maybe we even broke bounds, but there were times that we took it upon ourselves to discipline boys. I remember. Something got lost. We took it upon ourselves prefects to sort it out.
And you
before
did?
even get to house master or senior house master. Discipline in the way you dress, the way everything. Dining hall, when you go, there's a dining hall prefect. Discipline. We were disciplined. But let me also say, when we went back in December, we were impressed about what we saw. Not deteriorated at all. In fact, has even excelled, has improved. We couldn't believe what boys walked like they walk at the barracks. Sharp, no noise, well dressed, necktie. That's what we saw in December. So it's still a good school, fantastically good, sharp guys, doing well in everything, from academics to entertainment, anything, sports. Yes.
You're there.
I was impressed by the cleanliness.
Okay.
The cleanliness
of the school
campus. Yeah. there was no litter or any paper or sachet or anything on the campus.
There's a house master.
It was
there's
clean.
The assistant headmaster in charge of sanitation.
Yeah.
Assistant headmaster,
Headmaster
is in charge of. So would you say that, you know, from that time, the 70s, to when you visited there just recently, there's been, you know, an elevation as far as the school is concerned?
Yes. Yeah, if I may add on, I agree with what my colleagues have said, but I think it's also important to underscore the fact that the current headmaster and his team are very, very committed to three things: discipline, academic excellence, and sanitation.
Yeah.
And these are things he told us himself when we were there after 50 years. So these are the three major areas of concern that he's actually implementing to ensure that there is consistency and that the credibility of the school is upheld.
Wow. Wow. But okay, yeah, he wants to add something. Yeah. You want to add something?
Yeah, he also mentioned to us the philosophy that concerning the sanitation.
Yeah.
They have a philosophy, the greenery.
Okay.
Greenery philosophy. That also coincides with the school colors. So
yeah, the green and white.
Yeah, saw a lot of green still around campus, all over.
Wow.
Uphill, downhill.
And if I may add, because I have perhaps among them been more frequent to the school.
Okay.
Anytime I am in that area, Cape Coast or on to Takoradi, I'll stop and talk to the headmaster and sometimes talk to the students. So I have a little more knowledge of the evolution of things up to now. And rightly so, the current headmaster, Reverend Dr. Patrick, what's Patrick's last name? Apia.
Okay.
I call him Hedy, or which someone's called Hedy. He was the assistant headmaster at one time, and he was being groomed really to become the headmaster, and so he was even at Holy Child at one time, then came back. And you can see that his commitment, his demeanor, everything about him is a positive for the school. We really commend him for that. And he's got a team around him that are also working hard. I, have also over the years seen some other leadership that hasn't been in that same state. Okay, so yes, we've seen growth in that regard. And there's something unique about the architecture in Augustine's. In fact, they designed the school with a symmetrical approach. So the St. Teresa's house, sits right across or at the back of the quadrangle.
Okay.
And the symmetry runs through half of the house.
Wow.
So the left side is symmetrical to the right side and try to maintain it even with additional buildings. The challenge there with a school near the sea is the impact on the infrastructure.
Okay.
Especially steel-related, metal-related structures. And I mean, with my background in engineering, civil engineering, and bit in structural engineering, that is something that has been a challenge. But they've kept it, and we will do what the others can to keep the school going. Let me just add on that note that we pride ourselves that we're the school with the most expensive frontage.
The school with the most expensive
frontage.
Yeah, I can see Henry Smith. He's just
yes. Is the only school with a beachfront property.
A beachfront property.
Oh yes. And if this was to be in California or any of the major areas in the world, it would be premium.
Wow. Premium estate. Premium real estate.
May I also add over here that we are the only school in the country that faces the Atlantic Ocean directly. Directly. We are blessed by Mother Nature. Fresh air, the sea breeze every morning.
So once you're in the school, you can see the whole Atlantic Ocean
across board.
Wow. Wow. But did it come with any challenges, you know, staying very close to the shores as students? Did they come with any challenges?
Well,
Yeah, let me listen to Hope explain. Let me listen to Henry. Yeah.
Climbing coconut trees.
So you used to climb the trees.
Right. But we had a guy called, if I remember, Kwekumbia, who used to climb for us.
He'll climb for you.
And he told us a joke one day that when Kumoda Medume was the Central Regional Commissioner, he had banned anybody from plucking coconuts. And Kofin Bia used to continue plucking. So one day we had a conversation with him where we asked him, but do you know the ban? So he said to us that, well, tell Amedume that if it's Navy, I'm Air Force.
The audacity, eh? He was a student, eh? He was a student.
No, he wasn't a student. He was a friend of the school.
Oh.
That we normally call booty boys. Booty boys. You know, they normally come for the leftovers.
Okay. From they are in the vicinity,
yeah, after I finish dining. So at times they behave like protectors, you know. No, it's like no go area. These are territory, you know. We control, we run affairs here, so you have no right to come around. So they are very protective of what they will get from us, you know, from the school and all those things. So we call them booty boys.
Booty boys.
Booty boys.
Friends of the school.
On that note, there was another one called Go Man Go.
Go Man Go.
And who was the cobbler, the shoemaker. So he would come and repair our shoes.
Okay.
And many are the stories about him and the kind of English you say, the woman urology.
And then let's talk. Last year was your 50th anniversary since graduating from school. First of all, I'll congratulate you.
Thank you.
It's a huge feat. Now, how did the celebrations go last year, as far as the 50th anniversary is concerned? Jojo, you want to answer that?
Yeah, as chairman of the planning committee.
You are chairman of the planning committee.
And also the senior prefect at the time.
Okay.
I think it went well, very well. We had planned for the 50th on entering Form 1 for 2020. And just when we were thinking about that, then COVID hit.
Oh.
So we had to shelf that preparation, and we decided that we would approach it, so we had some headway to do some planning, and things were a bit lackadaisical for some time, but when it really picked up steam, it did. And I mean, there are 4 of us on the committee who are here now, and I'm really grateful to them for the input. One of the things that we did differently from other groups was that we really made it school oriented and school centered. So the Saturday, which was the main day, we had a time, interaction time with the whole school on Saturday morning. And we shared some of our experiences. We made room for the students to also ask questions. And then in the evening, when typically the groups would go for a dinner dance event, and most exclusively would do it outside of the premise of the school, we chose to do it on campus in the assembly hall involving the school. So yeah, this was the first time.
Wow.
And the matron of the school and her gang, they did the catering for us, and we invited the teachers, we invited the prefects, the caterer of prefects, and then we had the pleasure of having the school regimental band, So that one was unique. That was really very unique. I know that up to today it's still being talked about in our circles, and I think soon I'm sure we are going to see many more people do that, because apart from just the camaraderie and all, even the cost was also more accommodating, let me put it that way.
Wow.
I'm sure others will have more to say about
Most definitely. I'm sure you would want to add up something with regards to the 50th anniversary since you guys graduated. And it looks like yesterday, but that's a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, most times when groups have their anniversaries, you usually do a project, you know. But we as a school, in terms of what they needed the most, and they referred to the need for a printer for printing the exam questions and so forth, and we immediately purchased that for them, and I think they were
So,
very
so that
happy
was the
with
project you took upon yourselves
Yeah, that was
to sell,
one
to
of the
earmark
projects,
the
yeah.
whole occasion.
Yeah, yeah. And before that, we had already done what do you call it?
We had done a project providing
street lights.
Street lighting for the
That's a
school.
75-year group.
So, yeah. And the interesting thing is that because we were such a small group, no, these days the school is over 2,000, 3,000.
3,000.
That's the kind of population.
If you take
For
the
the
three
entire
streams,
yeah.
then it's almost 3,000.
And our year group alone, we're about like 110, and we've lost quite a few.
No, so what's the current number? Do you have records of the current number? You know, the number of people currently part of the 75-year group of Apsu.
We're probably about a rough estimate of about 75 right
Currently?
Yeah.
Because we lost about 27.
No, but that's quite a huge number. You know, 50 years back, and you still have 75 of you actively part of Apsu. That's a huge number.
What did you say? 75? No, we say, yeah, okay, yes. We lost about 27, so about 75 are still around.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
That's true.
Wow. Wow.
No, that's true.
But during the anniversary, how many of you were able? I know some might be out of the country, some might not even be able. We wouldn't be coming back.
19.
19.
Yes. If I may, 19 of us actively participated in the anniversary. Now, the other dimension that I want to add is in the field of international development, there is something called community participation.
Okay.
And I think the unique thing about our anniversary was the fact that it involved everybody, the teachers, the workers, the students. You know, it was human-centered and not necessarily us coming to the campus to do something and go away. And I think that was the unique part of our engagement.
Wow.
Well, let me add, you know, what we planned, especially for the dinner dance, we were wondering, are we going to be dancing bone to bone? Like we do?
But how did you used to dance back then during entertainment time? Jojo, how did you used to dance?
I wasn't one of the keenest.
No, maybe the Count Costello will help us. Well, he was heavily involved with entertainment. How was it like? How's entertainment back then? You know, the dance techniques, the dance moves and all that?
No, you know, at this back in St. Augustine's, entertainment was very key to students' life on campus, you know, alongside academics. I quite remember it's like almost every form had a band. Almost every form had a band. But before we got to St. Augustine, we had a solid band known as the Famous Flames.
Famous Flames?
Flames. Student band that was appearing on Ghana television.
I never heard of that.
In fact, that was one of the attractions for me to go to St. Augustine. No, seriously.
Oh, really?
The Famous Flames featured Ben Bracken. Ben Bracken. The famous Ben Bracken was there. Buffo was there. Reggie Sawyer, famous Harry Sawyer's son, was with the Famous Flames. There was Chick Ferret. And these were all solid guys. Wow. Masters in their fields coming together.
As at that time?
As at that time. They were all masters coming together. Each person could play more than 2 instruments. So Famous Flames was a special band for the school. And we come under Brothers of the Holy Cross.
Okay.
And at that time, when you are not brilliant, they make sure you don't touch any instrument.
Oh. Why that? Why
that was a condition.
It was a condition.
You can be in the band.
You have to be academically good.
Very good. That is it.
So that was the motivation for you to enter the band.
So our brother school in Secondary, St. John's Secondary School, pick up from St. Augustine's.
Okay.
They also came out with their school band, Matthew chapter 5.
Yes.
Oh.
Also very solid group. Very, very solid group. So they took the cue from St. Augustine College. And they also under the same order as we, Brothers of the Holy Cross.
Okay.
They also take care of St. John's as well, because St. John's are brother school. Then Forms also had their bands. Form 5, our time, when we got to Form 3, we had groups like Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is an Indian name.
Okay.
Enlightenment.
Okay.
Then we had Bishop Candlesticks.
Yes.
They were a year before us.
Oh. Yes. A year before you.
Before us.
Okay.
Then there was Flames 74.
So Flames had its 74 version.
Yes.
74.
Yeah, they came after us.
Oh.
So that was 76-year group. They had Flames 74.
Okay.
Then Bishop Candlesticks. That's the 1974-year group.
But which one were you part of?
I was with Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu.
Yo,
but any of you also joined any of these bands? Or none of you were? Okay.
So we had regular competitions in school. At times our group went out to play at certain schools when they were invited. We also had St. Augustine's. There was I don't know whether I remember Kojo Datsin, the late Kojo Datsin.
Yeah,
he had his group. It was Black Generation.
Whoa, then you had quite a number of bands in school.
Now, before you got out of bed, you see seniors playing harmonica, guitar. There were students who always had carry guitar under their armpits.
Oh.
And Saturday mornings after breakfast was a special time. Like I was telling about how I got to know Jimi Hendrix through.
Oh, okay.
Henry, not only Jimi, and also Carlos Santana.
Yes, yes.
With songs like
Samba Party,
Black Magic Woman,
Oh.
And for those of us who were termed Crife,
you are a bit Crife. You are part of the SU.
So I was the president of the SU.
Of SU.
And the senior prefect. And so at one time when there's a problem, the Archbishop Enisa, that time we didn't like some food that we were being served. Remember the coconut so we raised up some, and so he called me to the house, and he said we wanted to find out what was going on. I told him, and then at the end he said, "Hey, and I hear you are the SU president." And I said that's the first time it happened in the school. But yeah, the music part was a great, and even today, I was telling him yesterday, this last week I have been around with a team from Florida, older people, a 92-year-old with his wife, 91 years old, and a friend, 87 years old. And all of them used to live in Seattle, in Washington State. And then in conversation, I found out that they grew up in the neighborhood that Jimi Hendrix grew up.
Wow.
So they knew Jimi Hendrix's father, and that was, as soon as I said that, Harry came to mind, and that was anyway. So
I want to mention Philharmonic Choir. Whatever they did, I was in the Philharmonic Choir.
Oh, you were part of the choir?
Yes, Philharmonic Choir. If nothing at all, we had opportunity to go to Holita from time to time.
I know definitely.
I like to add that we also had an orchestra.
Yes.
But do all these things
schools in the country
to have an orchestra?
We have an orchestra.
You played. You play. Do you play?
I never.
But you had.
I was a very interested supporter
of the
instrument in school.
Wow. So you monitored from a distance, and that was what your passion was about.
Yeah.
I think we have to add to, we had cultural groups too.
Tribal
dancing, and we had some good drummers, the big drums and everything. The cultural aspect was very important. It was great. Yeah.
That especially pre speech day event.
Yep.
So we'll have the ladies from Holy Child come.
Yeah, I know you are interested in that. You. But were the only female school visiting you from time to time?
No.
That was our partner school.
Oh, okay. So Holy Child, they were also a Catholic school. Okay. But which other schools? You had in Fatima. But which of them were really which of them did you really love to vibe?
Holy Child.
That is the tradition.
Okay.
And Holy Child.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were the girls' Catholic school. We were the boys' Catholic school.
We married one. So
who married one? Who married? Oh, please.
Okay, let me you finish and then
I think that thing is a deliberate thing by the Kali Church. It's deliberate by the Kali Church to grow the faith
together.
Faith might be inter. So Holy Church and Augustine's, you go to Volta region, we have Bishop Herman and Ola girls.
Okay.
Accra, we have Aquinas and St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, okay.
Secondly, we have St. John's and Archbishop Potter girls.
Okay, so it was a deliberate effort to just
in
put them
Eastern region, we have St. Peter's and St. Rose's.
Okay.
St. Peter's and Rose's. There's a problem there because Pope John's are there, St. Martin's.
Yeah, they were numbered.
Problem is St. Rose's.
Well, in Kumasi,
we had St. Louis.
Okay.
Okay. Was also known as.
So the biggest problem is actually in the Eastern region, where they outnumbered the
Catholic boys schools, hustling over.
There's a few.
So we have to talk to.
I think they need to build two more. Okay, let me hear what you want to say. Something.
Just a couple of things. On the entertainment side, I don't want to miss this very important part.
Okay.
In addition to all the various groups that were on campus, we also periodically brought in Otaba Brass Band. Okay. And even though I was not particularly involved in many of the entertainment related things, this one occasion I can never forget. Otaba Brass Band was invited to come and entertain us on the Quadrangle. And we danced and danced and danced until that very week the entire grass died. Okay, and that incident I can never forget. Okay, but it tells you how good the Otaba Brass Band was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also Kwanyaku Brass Band. Kwanyaku was also
quite. I think you've mentioned close to more than 10 brass bands you used to have in school.
Yes.
No, this wasn't our band.
No, but
Otaba wasn't our band.
Okay,
this is from outside. So just for our entertainment, the two allowed it
to come.
You could bring the brass band.
But do these things exist now? I doubt you still have them now.
No. Well, we took it to pop chain competitions at Anansi Chrome, current art center.
Okay.
So Augustine's, we were presenting about 4 or 5 bands at the time. But I think after the 1979 uprising, when coup came in, curfew was instituted. I think it
changed the whole lot.
Entertainment, even it having affected dance hall music, dance hall band.
Oh, there was dance hall band.
Yeah,
back then.
Yeah, because at the time from holidays we went to places like Metropole. Tiptoe, Apollo Theater, Silver Cup, Watona.
The SU guys. The SU guys wouldn't go.
That really disturbs us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something of note when it comes to entertainment. When we went to Form 1, our entertainment prefect was Cliff Tego.
Yes. Professor Cliff.
And he went to medical school and became the dean, the vice chancellor of University of Ghana. Well, our year group, our entertainment prefect also went to medical school.
Okay.
And he's now a professor of GI gastroenterology in the University of Memphis.
Wow.
And it's always been interesting. Yeah. And the thing I used to remember about them is when it was time for movies, they would travel to Accra and come and rent the movies from Accra to come and show
them Over there.
Yes. And then, so at around 6 o'clock in the evening on Saturday, all of us were kind of looking. Are they coming? Are they coming?
Our time is fast right now. But let's talk a bit about education in the 70s and education now. I know you have kids. Some of them might have gone through the St. Augustine system again. But how is education now, and how do you compare it, to back in the days, especially in the 70s?
I'd like to take this.
Okay.
As an educator, because I taught at Infantsipim and then at Infantsman before leaving the country.
Oh, okay.
I seriously don't understand what is going on currently in terms of the education system. They have tracks, and students go and come. I'm still confused about it. But in terms of our education at that time, comparatively, I think we were better structured.
Okay.
Yeah, in the sense that it took you like 7 years just to finish your secondary education before going to the university. So most of us, when we went to St. Augustine's, were, let's say, between the ages of 12, 13, 14. So by the time you finish sixth form, you're like 19, 20, 21, and then you go to the university for 4 years. So by the time you finish, you're a complete adult. You're 25 years old and so forth. I think currently people finish and they're like 22.
Yeah.
So that is one major difference that you see. And I think the other thing is that I don't know if the length of years you spend in school is what makes the difference, but in terms of curriculum, in terms of what they learn, I think there's quite some difference right now. And then you can add some.
Right.
I'd like to add
Okay, let's
I believe also the quality of education is dropped. I don't necessarily think it's something to do with teaching, but it's more to do with the numbers. When you have 100 students in 3 streams, it's not the same as having 1,000 students to teach.
Yeah.
So I believe there was more individual attention paid to us because of our numbers, and in the present situation there are more students, therefore there's less time and attention per student. I somehow think in our time an A-level student was well equipped, more well equipped in some ways than perhaps even degree holders coming out of university today.
Wow.
And when you talk about the large numbers of students, the general care to somehow goes down a little bit.
Okay.
For example, in our time, we used to eat with like solid plates that had the school crest on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in terms of feeding, we're fed very well. You eat 3 meals a day, and you also have a snack in between. We call it ajalo. They give you like a nice big cup of tea with some bread. Sometimes even they have sardine in the bread, or sometimes they have corned beef in the bread. So that was our snack. But currently, when I see what is fed to the kids in the school, it's a little bit disappointing. So when you compare those things, you're comparing the general environment in terms of the school environment, and then you're also talking about overcrowding and so forth. It's good to have free education, but you have to plan for it.
Okay.
To take care of this thing. Having free education and just throwing everybody into like one big meat grinder, it's not the same. So in terms of quality, I think we had better quality.
Now this is the question we pose to each and every school that sits where you're seated. Because there's a show that you have parents monitoring, everyone watches, and it pre-informs a lot of people as to what the school is about. Now I want to ask, what's so unique about St. Augustine's, and why would you even convince me to take my child to St. Augustine's?
The discipline, the academic culture, and general attitude towards life. For me personally, that was where I encountered my life turned around, having come from a very religious background. And I was also built to become a Catholic priest anyway. Yeah,
okay, the three Catholics.
I wanted to be a bishop.
You wanted to be a bishop.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that those are the hallmarks of the school that still attract. I was going to add that in interacting with students in later years, I find that their knowledge on certain things is also way up there. I mean, I guess because of the whole era of the social media. But when you take out the performance at the National Science and Maths Quiz, I mean, some of the questions they ask them is really out of our depths now, really. So on that note, there is some improvement.
Okay.
I would say that the discipline, the academic excellence, and then general student approach to culture is also, and then the call to service. It's not just to get academics, but also be positioned in the society. And we see that. I mean, right now, the other person we haven't mentioned is Honorable Afeni
Markin. Yeah,
who's also an old boy of the school.
Wow.
Let me just add this.
Yes, because we'll be opening the phone lines pretty shortly. Yeah.
Let me just add this. See, my son went there.
Okay.
And he thinks that his son will go there. And the last time we were there, I saw on even the buildings, the school's vision and mission, boldly printed. So you're there, you know you are there for discipline, excellence, sanity. It's there, written and pasted everywhere. So it gets into you. Then how do they greet? For the greater gifts, be ambitious for the greater gifts. That is how they greet and respond. Be ambitious for the greater gifts. For the greater gifts, be ambitious. So the guys there are programmed to be excellent in whatever they do. Every aspect of life. So it makes a whole lot of difference. It's different. It's a different place.
It's a different place. I'm sure you would also want to add a bit.
I just want to add that I can assure you that if your child goes to St. Augustine's, the likelihood that they are going to succeed in life is about 99.9%. I brought my son from the United States to attend St. Augustine's for 2 years, and I have no regret for that. He's doing very well right now.
After that, he drops the mic. It's just painful that our time is running out, but we can't also leave you out, and this is the point where we activate the phone line. So you can also call and join the conversation. St. Augustine's College, 1975 year group. Yeah, I've met quite a lot of schools, but I think I've really enjoyed this one. 055005552 0551 598321. These are the numbers to call. I'm still in the house. What's the nickname? What's the nickname of St. Augustine's? I want to know. Did you guys what? Auguste. Okay. And I learned Infante Pim used to are your rivals.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah.
Those guys. Oh. Please, no violence this morning.
Now time is more at the service.
And let me mention this. I mean, even when we're in school, maybe the relationship wasn't, but as we have grown up, for me personally, I found, for instance, that the Holy Child senior prefect at the time, the Infant Spring senior prefect at the time, for some reason we became very close. In fact, and well, we just buried the Infant Spring senior prefect of the same year, Fifi Brownful, yesterday. He's going to bury today, but the funeral was yesterday, so may he rest in peace.
Condolences to the family.
Yeah, but we have had that interaction. Interestingly, I got to marry, he got to marry a Hopsa Holy Child girl.
Hey!
I got to marry a Wesley girl.
The priest himself.
But
you see the SU people. You see the SU people.
But let me make a very important point here.
Okay, I know you explain.
I'm the only person on this panel who never went to Holy Child ever.
Oh, your 5 years, 7 years stay.
Not only that, I only went to Holy Child after I retired and came back after over 45 years. I never knew the physical location of the because I was a good boy.
You were a good boy. Okay.
Ex-student of Holy Child.
All the way in Chicago.
And let me also add,
what
I like about the Cape Coast schools, the camaraderie.
Okay.
It's always there as compared to other schools, other regions.
Sure.
Cape Coast schools, wherever we find ourselves, being Ghana National, Agri Memorial, Fanspin, Adisco, Fansman, Ogesco.
It's always there. The vibe is always there.
We're always
the vibe is always there.
All right.
There's a saying I gave to other schools who are in Accra and other parts of Ghana. I say to them that in the land of a man, the one-eyed is king. So if you really want to test how you are good or not, come to Cape Coast, because you be amongst peers who are your real rivals.
That's nice. I think we are having issues with our phone lines, but you can still keep calling. We have Apsu 75-year group, that's St. Augustine's College, Augusco. They are here with us. 0550 055 522 and 0551 598321 is the number. You can also call. If you're an old student, call, let's hear from you. I think we have a caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I'm
You need to turn down the volume of your set, okay, so that you listen to me here. I think you are trying to listen to yourself on the telly. So have you turned it down? Okay, so you do, and you call back here. Yeah.
I wanted to make an observation.
Okay.
And when we were at school, we voted for the prefix, which was very unique to St. Augustine's, in the sense that...
Okay, I would have to get back to you, Smith, Mr. Smith, but let me go to the phone lines again. There's a caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, my name is Clement.
Calling from?
I'm calling from Abilikuma.
Okay, Clement, let's listen to you.
Okay, so I'm a past student.
Okay.
2020. I think it was 2012.
2012?
Yeah, 2012.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in Father Glen.
Okay, that was your house?
Yeah, that was my house, Father Glen.
Okay.
But from the conversation, I think it wasn't part of their houses.
Sure.
Yeah, it wasn't part of their houses. I was in Business One.
Okay.
Yes, and from what they are saying, I really like the conversation, especially with the education side.
Okay.
It has really changed now. So I would like to thank them for taking their time to visit and then sharing their experience with us.
Thank you very much for also calling into the show. Thank you very much. Wow. I think our time is almost up, and it's I don't know, but we just have to wrap up now. And I've enjoyed your company, Dr. Jacob Ainwansa, Dr. Timothy Akostil Dadzi, Vincent Kwesi Parker, Henry Holbrook Smith, Eric Julio Miguel Tamaklo, Count Castello. That's the name. And then also Jojo, Joseph Kojo. Say, you know the one Joseph Kojo, so you want Jojo, so we put it together for you. And Sua. Thanks so much, gentlemen. Yeah, I count. You could have the last words.
As the saying goes, time is tight.
Time
is tight.
Time is tight.
Yes, time flies.
Time flies.
In Latin, we will tell you, tempus fugit.
I thought you guys didn't learn the Latin.
We learned the Latin from one. Everybody learned.
Everyone learns
from
it.
1 to Form 3. But they did the advanced one.
They did advanced
Yes.
Latin.
They went beyond Form 3.
Okay.
We all did Form 1 to Form 3. So we say tempus fugit. Time flies. Thank you so much. Can you give us the platform to sing our anthem?
Yeah, it's the last thing you do before I leave. Okay, so before I open the microphones for you to sing your anthem, I'll have to do some birthday dedications first. Then we continue from there. So if we could have our dedications before I have the 1975-year group, gentlemen of St. Augustine's College, do us the honors by singing their anthem, so that we can wrap up. All right, so Michael, let me quickly have the birthdays, if you have them. So we are just far behind time now. Let's see who's celebrating their birthday today. There's a birthday celebrant over here. And what's the name? Let me see if I can get a name. Okay, so this one says, happy 50th birthday, Irama of Belgium, from Mom Mamea Asso of Germany. Hey, Irama, you're 50. No, that's why even the gentleman over here won't believe you are 50. She doesn't look 50 yet.
35.
Okay, so happy birthday to you, Irama. You're in Belgium, and this coming from Mom. And then also another birthday going to you, Nicholas King.
This is Apsu.
Ameya G. Yeah, Apsu 2000 year group. Yeah. So how did you know? Okay. So he goes by the name Nicholas King Ameya G. And he's Apsu 2000. Apsu 2000. Pardon me? No. He's not with us. Yeah. So there's a birthday dedication to him. So happy birthday to you, Nicholas King Ameji. So gentlemen, this is where I would have the anthem. Then we can call it a day on this edition of the School Connect. We could go 1, 2, go.
Papa, no panyamisu osapini. Every brim katrefu, oh enunyam, asrobuko ni chechinipa. Mogeste, yenadafopa, chuni, Monica neba, seyasor, Nachichajie, Amaya Fatamiche, Mo Augustine, Yenadafopa, Ontioni, Monica Neba, Tiaso, Nachichajie, Amaya Fatamiche.
Thank you very much. And it is a wrap. My name is Josiah Kukui, and it's a pleasure, or it was a pleasure, coming your way with this edition of the School Connect. And thank you very much, St. Augustine. It's a wrap.